Welcome, welcome everyone. This is my Aries archetype, understanding the ego video. Hi there, it's Heather with Underwater Panther. Hope you enjoy. Push the like button and subscribe if you like my information, and thank you in advance. Now that we have talked about the ESTP and Aries keywords, the cardinal modality, the spring representation, the fire element, extroversion, right dominant brain use, the first house or I am, and the cognitive attitude of the ego psychologically. We also covered a short disclaimer on how there are many different subtypes of Aries and what affects our personalities, as well as how your temperament determines your place in the world. I covered what is the hero cognitive function within the ego. And the last video was about the right or go-to ego actions explained within an Aries with a Mars influence. In this video, I go into what extroverted sensing is and some extroverted sensing characteristics within an Aries or an ESTP. What is extroverted sensing? Extroverted sensing is a perceiving function and represents a process of becoming aware of tangible information in the immediate context, noticing changes and opportunities for action, being drawn to act on the physical world, accumulating experiences, scanning for visible reactions and relevant data, recognizing what is, immersing in the present context. SE also represents perceiving extensive outward stimulation through our five senses, through physics, mechanics, short-term memory, experiencing new or very pleasurable sight, sound, taste experiences. You intend to desire and strive for those things passionately and even aggressively. SE is the main way an ESTP or Aries takes in information in your core function. This means you use your senses to understand the world around you, and you handle solid, real-world information better than vague hypotheticals. You live in the moment and need to constantly seek out adventure and fun sensory experiences to keep SE happy. SE mantra: I am heroic with what others experience, like a helping career, for example. SE hero utilized consciously and in a mature manner allows an Aries to be amazing in the helping careers like nursing and coaching. You can attack those things with the Mars energy in positive ways. The flip side of SE is introverted sensing, or SI. SI is in your shadow or unconscious and is projective negatively onto others. SI is oppositional, paranoid, passive-aggressive, and avoidant in this placement. SI represents the past, duty, and honor. It can very easily take over the positive attributes of SE. SI plays out by making an Aries or ESTP worried about the past. Are your memories right? You may worry you are not dutiful, disciplined, or honorable enough. Your long-term memory is not at all as strong as your short-term. This is why you worry and live in the moment. You find out what other people are doing, perhaps in an obsessive way, or add way too many obligations to yourself. In a positive light to being so worried about the past, you may tend to focus on helping others build up good memories and experiences. Aries would be very good at selling houses, insurance, or even hosting parties. Some extroverted sensing hero characteristics within an Aries or ESTP. You are one of the few personalities that can actually live in the moment in a sense because you are all about the what is. Extroverted sensing gathers in all the facts from all angles first. This is why it takes so long for you to come to conclusions sometimes. This is also due to your NI inferior. You spend a lot of time questioning what is true and false. You will read all the books on one topic and can waste a lot of time doing this. But hey, is it really time wasted? You are very facts and reality based. You skip being overly emotional for the most part. Gathering so much information in can cause you to get stuck in not knowing what you want, which can lead you to failure to launch. Neither extroverted sensing nor your second function, introverted thinking, are highly verbal functions. Your first instinct is to express via action rather than words. But the flip side to this, you can be overly expressive, and you want to see if others align with you. You want to see who is around and has a light and passion you do, or just because you need some action, excitement, and bantering. This tends to make an Aries have a strong need to be engaged in physical activity, ideally being able to go as far as your physical limits allow and not having to interrupt the flow of your activity. You are very hands-on in all actions. You tend to burn the candle at both ends of the wick. You will be the one listening to audiobooks while working out. One moment you can be strongly, narrowly focused, and then the next childlike and giddy with nervous and excitable energy. You need to burn energy off physically. You can really be in the zone when working on a project. Aries or ESTPs need a certain level of impulsiveness in life to be happy. They like to figure things out in the midst of action. They're very spontaneous, expressive, theatrical. They tend to be fast walkers, talkers, drivers, and they love traveling. They commonly enjoy hobbies that capitalizes on their keen powers of observation. They really enjoy doing things with people to get acquainted, like some sort of physical activity, traveling, or seeking out beautiful, serene surroundings. This gives others a good experience, which gains loyalty for the Aries or ESTP, and this really does make them feel better about themselves. They want to give others experiences to see how they react. If they don't react properly according to them, then they will have a problem with them in a social system. But this is an attempt to improve people. Their actions are driven by a need to be admired and respected in public. This stems in large part from their FE parent, which we will get into later, combined with your extroverted sensing concern for appearances. It prompts them to take social obligations quite seriously, but they can blend and engage with people effortlessly. They're all about respect in everything they do. They want to give and receive respect. They want to make big impacts on people so they have a better experience in life and within their day. They want individuals to level up. They're worried about their own past and experiences, so they tend to project this positively by helping others in those aspects by giving them good experiences in life. They want experiences to be memorable or soul-etching. They're really all about making big impacts that will forever change somebody. The Aries or ESTP are the ultimate realist. They will get in others' face right away when they think they are doing something not true to themselves. So an Aries is all about criticism. They will criticize others with their introverted thinking logic, and we will go into this later. They want to create other alphas. They really try to set up others to be independent. Aries is all about independence. They definitely are not afraid to be confrontational, especially when flexing their knowledge or strength and leadership after doing their due diligence and research and studies into topics. They are all about their choices. They will feel trapped without them more than most other personalities. They don't want to be told what to do. They will end up doing the opposite because they're so independent and sensation-seeking and liberal in this sense. They always want to be moving forward. The worst type of punishment would be confining an Aries or ESTP. They need their freedom or they will rage physically. It's called SE rage, and it is a very real thing. They tend to draw out enemies, kind of like secret enemies, because an Aries is really childlike and innocent, but they're also quick to action and they have high enthusiasm and they like to lead and dominate. They may push their values onto other people and people may see you as a threat. But they do want to fight for a cause. They're very humanitarian and they will fight man to man. They understand body language and energy patterns better than most other types, potentially the best at guessing others' personality types, intentions, and when others lie. They certainly see things that others do not within other people. This makes an Aries or ESTP deeply able to understand emotions, even though they don't like showing emotions. They really do see through people quickly and others' facade. They see into other people's tactics very quickly. Their virtue is chastity versus their vice, which is nymphomania. And they tend to act like this because they're just trying to find the right one, and then they will be super loyal So with your extroverted sensing, you're trying to gather in all this physical, the sensation. So that's really where that's coming from. And a lot of the times a young Aries, they just don't know what they want. Because they are not very verbal with showing love and affection. They show love by giving a lover a good experience through physical means, for example. If you give your partner a good experience, then they will value you and become loyal to you. An Aries or ESTP truly demands loyalty to the point that someone will jump over a cliff for them. They don't care exactly how they feel, but they do care about how you feel, because an Aries wants to give others good experiences. They really aren't thinking about their own feelings. Due to needing extreme loyalty, an Aries or ESTP are infamous for doing loyalty checks with other people. So they push other people away to see if they will come back and how loyal they are. And lastly, they can really get caught up in not knowing what they want. They know the vast options in the world, and they just really don't know what to do sometimes. So I guess try all the things and read all the things, right? You'll figure it out, Aries. I believe in you. This concludes the Aries or ESTP SE Hero characteristics. I hope you tune in to the next video, which is about an Aries or ESTP acting out extroverted sensing with a Mars influence in a positive way and then in a negative way. In this video, we are really getting into the details and the nitty-gritty. I kind of feel like I'm giving your secrets away, Aries. So yeah, tune in to the next video. Thank you. Also, if you liked my video, please feel free to subscribe and like the video. Be on the lookout for new content. If you would like an astro-psychological interpretation of your natal chart, the links are below. They will send you to my landing page, and there you will see an introduction video, as well as more information.